basement. Level vibes with another one. Straight up. Blackness, aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, street.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. When you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look where the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup, and what they are doing today I can't take it, so I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
What Jesus Christ. If cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata from City, Vietnam. And since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by 1 vote, they're losing it by data.
And anti-data is correct. If they have to lose by 1 vote, they will lose by anti-data will be the reason for that. And that's the attitude in going into 2025. If they have to lose by 1 vote, guess what? They will lose that 1 vote by anti-data. Good night and welcome to Straight Up. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Wherever you are, we welcome you right here on 107.1 FM. Now, many of you probably missed that big wedding. That big wedding. Some people are saying that it's with taxpayers' money. Zulfikar Mustafa, the Minister of Agriculture, the man who could have barely buy Polari at Port Morant Market or Rosal Market or whatever, is suddenly one of the richest men on the quarantine. One of the richest men on the quarantine. They had a big wedding, and then people say you could see what was happening there, taxpayers' monies and all sort of things. Y'all missed that wedding. Y'all missed that big wedding. Some people went out at all the functions. Here's how these Looney Tunes are living now on the sweat of taxpayers' monies in the country. They're sending people out of Guyana to buy dress to just attend the diamond function and all these different things. That's what's happening with your money. Your money. And if you didn't do something about it other than just, wow. Right, Desiree? Smart Felix? Wow. That's what they're doing. Many of these people couldn't even buy $30 Polari. They couldn't go to Manripo and buy Polari. They couldn't go to Port Morant Market and buy, Polari. Or they couldn't even buy $100 Hassa. Some of them could even buy $20 or $40 Gilbaka. And mind you, it's some of you like to pronounce, I've heard some of you guys in Queens, just, when was it, a couple of hours ago, on Liberty Avenue, a lady walked in a store, Tony Hack. No kidding. Right on Liberty Avenue. She walked in a store and asked Gil Barker, how many of you guys would understand exactly what she meant when she said she wants Gil Barker? What the heck is Gil Barker? What is Gil Barker? Can somebody tell me what is Gil Barker? Some of you, I don't know, Gil Barker. What is Gil Barker? To me, I don't know what's going on. It is Gilbaka. Gilbaka. You don't come to America and change up things. Gil Barker. What is Gil Barker? Give me a break. But Gil Barker is Gilbaka. Gilbaka. Right, Golly God? Gilbaka. And you guys have got to go into 2025 like Claudette Allen. Rolling with style. And we speaking of Claudette Allen is Shrimpy wife. DJ Shrimpy wife. She's watching us right now. It was her birthday. So Claudette, we know you watch us every single night. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Now let's move on. But Gil Barker, and Rody go into Sibyl's and they want right Rajan Bim. They don't want Roti. They want Rody. Y'all be real for 2025. Be real for 2025, but Rody and Gil Barker. Give me a break. Right, Lachman Aziz? Gil Barker. You got to say it with style, Gil Barker. Give me a break, but Gil Barker. Gilberker, you know, Kidfish. All right, guys, what's happening? We have lots of things to talk about. Let me tell you guys this. Bharat Jagdeo is a kunumunu. And this is how he's bluffing his way. They've bluffed their way into office, and they've got to be out of office in 2025. They've got to be out. This is, like you're playing a game of domino. There's always a bluff. You're playing a game of domino, and there's always this one individual who's a bluff. Y'all could recognize a bluff from far, a political bluff and a real life bluff. That's, sorry, it sounded like Don Jr., Donald Trump Jr. there for a second. You guys heard what happened, right? He said Washington, D.C. Something is not right there, but we'll talk about that some other time. But this bluff, domino bluff, Jagdeo is equivalent to a domino bluff. Take a listen to this bluff, and this is exactly who Bharat Jagdeo is.
Put it, man. Put it. Yes, sir, you play too. Put it there, sir. Come, the man. Come now, stop irritating me, man. You have to play that, sir. You have to play, sir. So put it there, sir, man. Make me win. Hey, man. Jump up, the man. Come the spawn, man. You can't help you, man. Pass.
That's the bluff that he is. That's the bluff that he is. A big bluff. A big bluff. And you guys feel free to say it in the audience. He is a big bluff indeed. Bharat Jagdeo Vashti? Yeah. Well, not Vashti. We're talking about Vashti McNatt. How are you? He is a big bluff, right? Karen Clark and Deborah Timmers and all of you. Put it. Every Thursday, he is a big bluff. Brenda Casey, you're right. He is a fraud. A big bluff. And now, look, heading into 2025, they are afraid. This big bluff is afraid of social media. So you guys put on your uniform, put on your gears to 2025, because we are going to give the PPP hell on social media. And we're not talking about giving them hell in those sort of, silly ways as the Kwamishas and them. We are talking about hardcore facts that we are going to be taking to them and exposing them on social media. There's no win for them at all. Absolutely. Only one kind of win, and you guys know what that is, that they will have to accept that sort of win, but no win for them on social media. Be prepared, guys. How many of you guys are prepared for 2025? Let us get a show of hands by yes. I know you're prepared, but let's show the bluff again. Let's show Bharat Jagdeo the bluff again. Put it,
man. Put it. Yes, sir, you play too. Put it there, sir. Come, the man. Come now, stop irritating me, man. You have to play that, sir. You have to play, sir. So put it there, sir, man. Make me win. Hey, man. Jump up, the man. Come the spawn, man. You can't help you, man. Pass.
Big bluff, big baby, big bluff. Big bluff, big baby, big bluff, big baby. That's what. Put it, no man, put it. Where he thinks he's at a cathedral or something, but put it. Well, many of you may know what the cathedral is all about. Good night again. Welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshaw. We're going to rock and roll. We got some things we want to talk about. But before we go back, Jagdeo had a press conference today, right? And this is what happened at that press conference. Nothing much came out of it. This is exactly what happened. Welcome back to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benchap. Well, hey, you know all of the schools, right? Remember the schools were burnt down left, right, and center? And then they're talking about, oh, they're building schools and they're doing this and they're doing that. It's just corruption upon corruption upon corruption. But let me take you guys through this here. Let me take you guys through this here. And tell me what do you think of what's happening here? Let's go to this here according to the Village Voice. This was in 2023. Christchurch. Remember that school, Priya Manikchan, I think, when they were the big boots? But look at the contracts they handed out. They gave a couple of small contracts to some folks, but the big contracts went to you know who, right? Okay, then. So now $688.1 million for construction of Christchurch School. Construction of Christ Church School. But guess what happened? That school was supposed to have opened as of February this year, according to Stabrick News. Completion of new Christchurch Secondary School is 10 months behind. 10 months behind. I don't know what's happening here. 10 months behind. But you guys can read between the lines. Corruption galore. Corruption galore. Left, right, and center. What justification it is that this school, Christchurch Secondary School, burned down under questionable circumstances. And so almost $1 billion given to contractors, friends and cronies of the PPP regime for the most part. Priya Manikchan posed with them for a photograph. Then she was on the site with whatever boots or whatever it is, and giving the impression that she is action-oriented. Well, she may be action-oriented when it comes to the contracts, right? The contracts, almost $1 billion. And 10 months, they're now saying that the school is behind. It cannot be open now. And take a look at where the school is right now. It is not, definitely it's not going to open for this year. Definitely we'll be surprised if it opens next year. I will be surprised. They cannot open that school in the first quarter of next year, maybe the second or maybe the third quarter of next year. Every single contract in Guyana is a fraud. Regardless of whether it's the Ministry of Education, whatever, it's a fraud. People get their kickbacks. And I'm not sure, hey, I am not saying here on this program that Priya gets a kickback from these contracts. I am not saying that. I am never going to say that. Never. Priya's not that kind of person. And so y'all don't set me up into thinking or for me to say that Priya gets kickbacks. I'm not going to say it at all. I don't believe she gets anything out of these contracts. Maybe some of you in the audience believe that. But if you believe that, that is your prerogative. Y'all could believe whatever y'all want to believe. Y'all can have an opinion on whatever y'all want to have an opinion on. But I don't believe. I don't want to believe that Priya is getting a kickback, a huge kickback from these contracts. I don't really want to believe. But 10 months behind? 10 months behind? 10 months? I don't know. It is unacceptable. And if I had my way, heads will roll. Well, not in that sense, roll, but heads will roll. They will be fired. Contractors will be barred. Is there an explanation as to why they are behind 10 months? By 10 months? Well, at least this 10 months here is doing better than that Bamia school out in Linden. They're 2 or going on 3 years. Going on 2.5, maybe 3 years. That school is in the Bamia school out in Linden is not just behind, they're way behind. Way behind. And I'm not even sure why the people of Linden aren't protesting. I don't know why they're not protesting. Shut the tongue down. I like that term. Maybe there should be a song. Shut the tongue down until they get it right. Shut the tongue down until they get it right. It is unacceptable. The students of Christchurch Secondary School, they have nowhere to go. The other schools are crowded. But you think Priya Manikchand gives a rat's, you know what? No, she doesn't. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a rat's. You know what, Brenda Casey? You know what, Tony Hack? You guys know what, Annette Cummings? Troy Dexter Babigan? You guys know what? She doesn't give a rat's. She doesn't. She doesn't care about the kids. All they care about is this. Thanks to the Village Voice, contracts totaling $688.1 million signed for reconstruction of Christchurch Secondary School. Oh, Christ. Sorry, the pastors, legitimate pastors out there who are listening. Good night to all of you. All of you legitimate pastors. Oh, Christ, man. Priya, y'all didn't get shame. And this is how you guys say y'all care. What exactly you guys care about? Now, y'all do not, I am not going to say that Priya takes kickbacks at all. I'm not going to say. But how many of you in the audience believe that maybe that's what is happening at the Ministry of Education? And maybe Priya is aware of these sort of kickbacks. How many of you guys think that? No, I can't say yes or no. I honestly don't know if Priya takes a bribe. I honestly don't know. I can't say yes, she does. Neither can I say no, she doesn't. All I can say on this program is I simply do not know. Do I believe? Does she look like the type of person that will take bribe? Kickbacks? A brown paper bag with a heck of a lot of money, millions of dollars? Bribery from contracts? I don't know. I honestly do not know. Nobody's going to set me up. I do not know. And even if you give Priya $1 million, $5 million, $10 million in kickback, where is she going to put it? In her purse? In her pocketbook? In her Louis Vuitton bag? I don't think 10, 15, $20 million can fit in that. That is why I don't think. I don't want to believe she does that. Where is she going to put it? Now, some of y'all get me thinking. The operator got me thinking here now. The operator get me thinking. Where is she going to put $20 million? And that is why I just can't. Look, I'm not going to buy into this whole thing that she takes bribe. I just cannot do that. I honestly cannot do that. But 10 months and the school is way behind? Something is definitely wrong. Something is fishy about that whole situation. I'll repeat it. Something is fishy about that entire situation. Very, very, very fishy. Good night again. Welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benchop. All of you guys, some of you are smiling. That naughty little smile you guys have there, right? That is why we're a family on 107.1 FM. And for 2025, we're going to get bigger. We're going to get stronger. We are going to go after the PPP regime with vengeance. Good vengeance. We are going to create trouble for the PPP regime. And we are going to create good trouble. Not just any kind of trouble, good trouble. All right, again, welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benchop. Those who have shared the link already, thank you so much. What else is happening that all you guys want to talk about? What's this here? Now listen to this. Who are these guys fooling? Now you heard about vessels, where is it? Iranian vessels. They're smuggling, I think it's Iranian and Syrians and so forth. They're smuggling oil, and they were caught using Guyana flag. And this has been going on for years. You're telling me that they are using Guyana's flag to smuggle oil, and the government, the so-called government, the corrupt government, Jack Day and his cronies, didn't know that Guyana flag was being used for that purpose? When they go to a port of entry, that flag is registered. If there is a question, Marad or whatever they call themselves, they will be notified. Any expert in terms of that will say to you that yes, the government of Guyana knew that the Guyana flag was being used by the Iranians, friends of Jack Dio and Irfan Ali. And the Syrian folks, Assad, who's now in Russia, that dictator, guess what? Jack Dio and Irfan Ali cannot say to us that they didn't know. Oh, this is the headline. Vessels fraudulently using Guyana's flag, sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department. So they're now coming out to say, no. We weren't aware that that flag was being used. And it was fraudulently being used. That's it. I don't believe this story at all. I just don't. The truth is they got caught. And the Maritime Administration Department, they all got caught. Jack Day got caught with his ting dong, his pants dong. Irfan Ali got caught with his string dong. They all got caught. They are a bunch of demonic creatures ruining beautiful Guyana. And so I don't buy this story from them. They got caught. They were using Guyana's flag to smuggle oil. And God in heaven knows what else they have been smuggling. Gold, oil, drugs, all manner of things. This is a smuggling regime. They smuggle, a bunch of smugglers, a bunch of corrupt individuals. Some of them have gotten rich overnight. They send in women to go buy dress in America and all sorts of things. That is how they have gotten. All right, what else is happening? What else can we talk about this evening? Because it's Friday. It's the weekend. But we are going to take a break. Saturday and Sunday. We will be back on Monday. We will be back on Tuesday. We will be back on Wednesday. We are not taking a break at all. Right here on 107.1 FM. We are going to sail into the new year with a bang. A huge bang. All right. What else you guys want us to talk about? Take a look at this. Guyana, South America. Guyana's gross domestic product per capita is projected to be the highest in the world by 2030, making Guyanese. Now, look, we've got to laugh. We've got to laugh at this. This has got to be a joke This has got to be a joke. By 2030, this is what they're saying, that Guyana's gross domestic product per capita is projected to be the highest. I was going to drop the H and just say highest in the world by 2030, making Guyanese, right? Guyanese, some people say Guyanese, the richest citizens in the world. How many of you guys believe this crap? How can Guyanese be the richest and right now they are the poorest, even with billions of dollars of oil? You know, the richest set of people are the vagabonds in the PPP regime, their cronies and their friends. They are a bunch of political scumbags and political scavengers that are ripping the people off every single day. And so they come to you now. You're supposed to be the richest people. Guyanese are supposed to be the richest, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your political affiliation, but they are stealing Abida Monroe. They are thieving y'all money. They are thieving the taxpayers' money. And then they come to you and sprinkle little crumbs. Not even crumbs. Crumbs from crumbs they're giving to you. Crumbs they're giving you. And they want you to be satisfied. And they want to tell you that they're doing you a favor by giving you $470 and telling you that you go now, just go thy way and turn that into generational wealth. Give Irfan Ali $470. He won't even eat that out in pig food. In a trough. Couscous and coconut husks and chanchi. Put that in a pig trough. Those of you who mind pigs, by the way, and put it in there and give it to Irfan to eat. He would eat in one haul more than $500 of pig food. But yet they want to tell you guys that all you are worth is $470 or $500. That's all they can tell you. That's all they are saying to you that you are worth. And the majority of people in Guyana sit down and accept that. They just sit back, accept it, and accept the lies coming from the PPP regime, a pack of lies from those political bandits in office. That is why in 2025, you've got to be proactive. You've got to be action-oriented. At every level, action-oriented. Again, I say, you've got to be action-oriented, guys. Now, here is how they're brainwashing some folks. And some folks like being brainwashed, mind you. Listen to this chap from Kitty. I know he's just doing it because he sees it as a hustle. Now, I don't want to disrespect this brother, but he's a lost soul. He doesn't mean what he said there. Take a listen.
Pleasant good night to you, Guyana. My name is David Benjamin, and I live in 65B Station Street, Kitty. And I just want to say that today I met the president of Guyana, and he reciprocated with me so great. I had to tell him that I can't believe you are such the boss of this country, such a great nation, and you stoop to my level, which is out of your ego, to come and shake my hand and invite me here tonight. So I appreciate it. As the president, I wasn't expecting that. So I think that he's a great guy, and y'all gonna see me coming elections. I'll be there supporting this party because the president showed me a lot of love that I don't really see among society. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Is where the guy come from? Is which rock the guy come out from under? It's like he has been living under a rock. Imagine Irfan Ali is a flat-foot hustler. That guy believes that Irfan Ali is so bigger than him. Irfan Ali probably flat more than that guy. Irfan Ali is a flat-foot hustler. Right, Connie? He reciprocated with me. He reciprocated with me. I don't know what he meant by that. But guess what? I don't know where that guy says he lives. Where is he from? Where in Guyana is there a place called Kitty? Where is Kitty? I don't. What did he say? I've never heard of a place called Kitty. Where is Kitty?
Pleasant good night to you, Guyana. My name is David Benjamin, and I live in 65B Station Street, Kitty. And I just want to say that today I met the president of Guyana, and he reciprocated with me so great. I had to tell him that I can't believe you are such the boss of this country, such a great nation, and you still.
Forget it for a moment, man. Where's this guy? How many of you guys are from Kitty? Otto Martin, where are you? First we had, what is it? They're Rowdy. Then we're Gilberker. And now we're in Kitty. Where is Kitty? Where is Otto Martin? Can somebody interpret what this guy is saying? Where is Kitty? Let's do it over again. Because he's got to get a trophy tonight. How many of you guys think he should get a trophy, man? Because he's messing up big time. You're messing up, brother. My brother. You're messing up. Kitty. You gotta be kidding me. Kitty? He reciprocated with me? Airfanali's a flatfoot hustler. Kitty man. Kitty man. Kitty. Somebody get away. And what?
Pleasant good night to you, Guyana. My name is David Benjamin, and I live in 65B Station Street, Kitty. And I just want to say that today I met the president of Guyana, and he reciprocated with me so great. I had to tell him that I can't believe you are such the boss of this country, such a great nation, and you stoop to my level, which is out of your ego, to come and shake my hand and invite me here tonight. So I appreciate it. As the president, I wasn't expecting.
That flatfoot man here, Fanali, reciprocated with me. Stick to my level. I'm confused. I don't even know. Hey, this guy is bluffing his way. He's bluffing his way.
Put it, man. Put it. Yes, sir, you play to. Put it, yes, sir. Come the man. Come now, stop it.
Put it, yeah, so he's bluffing his way. And so tonight, guess who gets the trophy? He gets the trophy. We're not going to hesitate to give the trophy. He gets the trophy. So tell that guy from Kitty, reciprocate with me. Reciprocate with me. All right. Tell that guy from Kitty, wherever Kitty is, that he got the trophy tonight on 107.1 FM. Kitty. All right. Kitty. All right, what else is happening? No kidding, but what else is happening? I'm sure we'll figure out who that guy is. I'm sure. Brooklyn, how are you guys? You guys know him? Anyways, let's move on here. What else is happening? What else is happening in your neck of the woods? Fidel Albert, how are you doing? All of you. Hey, so Jack Dale at his Thursday rambling, because you know this is what he does every Thursday. Every single Thursday, this is what he does. I'll tell you what he said. So he's right back again with the elections. He's saying that the coalition rigged the elections. No evidence, nothing. But because Jack Dale is telling all you that the coalition, according to Jack Dale, is telling all you that the coalition rigged the elections. That is what he's telling all you. And he wants all you to believe him. Who is going to believe a orangutan like Bharat Judea? Who is going to believe that orangutan? And here is what he said at his so-called press conference or rambling. He said that there was a commission of inquiry into the 2020 elections. A commission of inquiry handpicked people. How many of you remember who the folks were or that conducted that, what is it, so-called commission of inquiry? How many of you guys remember who the folks that were part of that commission? Our operator, well, we don't have Lemon is out of a job for obvious reason. But how many of you guys remember who those, let's see here. Let's see how many of you guys remember who those persons that, all right. Let's see here. I don't know, some Carl Singh was there. The commissioners 2020. Yeah, the commissioners, they were all there. They were sworn in. Who were those guys? Three of them. One of them was Carl Singh. The other a former acting justice of appeal in the Eastern Caribbean Senior Council, Godfrey Smith. And who was originally, they said that Irfan Ali had named a fourth member team. There was no mention of his fourth nominee, Dr. S.Y. Qureshi of India. So they handpicked these individuals, handpicked them, and put them there to read from a script. And so once they read from that script, the script had to be in favor of who was paying the money. So what Jagdeo is telling you guys, that they handpicked those individuals, and as a result of that, whatever came out of the inquiry is the gospel truth, and that the nation must believe that. And so he's holding on to that as his Bible. And he wants us to believe that these three men, in fact, there are four men, Carl Singh, the other one from Eastern Caribbean Court, the other one from wherever, and the other one from India. And so Jagdeo wants us to believe that these men were impartial, that these men were basically independent. Hell no. Give me a major break. Why is it that Jagdeo is holding on to these men? Well, forget, let's not get too personal. We can understand why. But politically speaking, why is he holding on to these men and pretending as though the outcome from this commission of inquiry, this fake commission of inquiry, that the nation must believe what these men arrived at, and that they were so independent, right? They had no PPP connection or nothing. So this whole commission of inquiry was a facade, was to make it appear that the coalition rigged the elections. This whole commission of inquiry that cost taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars was basically a way to give back money to the boys and the girls, or in this case, the boys. And so they walked away filthy rich, compliments of taxpayers of the country. They didn't get 100,000 Guyana dollars, you know. They didn't get 500 US dollars, you know. They got real money, because that's what the PPP does. They dish out money to their cronies, to their friends and families. That is what they do. So Barrett Jagdeo is not going to tell you guys that the best way or the best forum to deal with elections matters was the court. And Barrett Jagdeo, they ran away, and Irfan Ali and all of them, they ran away from the court. They didn't want to deal with the court. They preferred to go and set up their own fraudulent court and make it appear, oh, there was a commission of inquiry. Let me ask you guys this question. Why do you think the PPP was so afraid of the elections petitions being heard in the court? They ran from that. They challenged it at every level, because it would have been a forum. It would have been a place for the coalition, the APNU-AFC coalition, to present their SOPs. It was the correct forum for the PPP to present their SOPs. But the PPP was so afraid of the court opening up their SOPs for the world to see. And what Jagdeo did, what Irfan Ali did, they cover up their SOPs. They cover it up. They didn't want to expose it. First time in history, they don't want to expose anything. And so they cover up their SOPs, and they rush quickly to have a fake commission of inquiry so that they can arrive at the result that the PPP wanted, which was to point fingers in the direction of the coalition. And that is exactly what happened with this commission, this fraudulent commission of inquiry. Fraudulent commission of inquiry. Now, I'm not saying that the commissioners or those guys are fraudsters. They might be hustlers. They might put themselves in a position to say, oh, they could make some money. And they see the Paku in Irfan and Jack there, and they bust the back and they make money, and they probably being the operative word, arrived at a decision and a conclusion that is in favor of the PPP regime. So Jack Dale could take this conclusion of this commission of inquiry, this fraudulent commission of inquiry, and stick it in his Banga Mary. All right, so back to this elections. Why is it Jack Dale is so hurt? Why is it that his bump raises all the time whenever the mention of rigging elections? The PPP rigged the elections. The PPP rigged the elections of 2020. The PPP rigged the elections. They know it. And they are afraid that it's going to be exposed at some point in time. It will be exposed. I know it's a little bit too late because they've wrecked the country already. They have already stolen billions of dollars in Chinese bank account, you name it, all over the place. These people sleep on money. You go in their bed right now, they get money bed, money tree, money suits, money half slips, money brassiere, money, every single thing is money, 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 money. Taxpayers' monies. They're stealing taxpayers' monies every single day. They're giving out lands, they're giving out houses, properties, state properties to friends and cronies. That is what they're doing. And then they're going after the ordinary man to hurt the ordinary man, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of the ordinary man, woman's political affiliation. Those are the people who are getting hurt in that country. Meanwhile, you get these overnight gangsters who become, filthy rich. Filthy rich. They're hosting big wedding to shut down an entire village, shut down villages with hundreds of millions of dollars spent at a wedding. And some people are saying taxpayers' monies. Mustafa, where are you? Taxpayers' monies? Can we see some invoices? Can we see the state vehicles that were there? Can we see what really transpired? Can we see whether contractors, so-called contractors who bid through the Ministry of Agriculture for projects, were they asked to give big lump sum gifts and all these different things at that wedding? Yet these Pakus have the nerve to talk about the coalition. But unfortunately, the coalition folks don't fight back. They don't stand up back. They don't fight back. Why they don't fight back like that? Instead, when they see Jack Dale functioning and hog up, squeeze up, like Annette Ferguson and others, squeeze up Jack Dale, like if he's lime. Squeeze him. Oh, get juice out of him. Squeeze him. The same guy that Annette Ferguson sued for $20 million. She run into him and squeeze him. Shame on you, Annette. Shame on you. Why you squeeze him like that? I just have to let you guys know that, right? And because that's what's happening in that country. You've got to fight, guys, in 2025. These people are ripping the country off. As we look at what they said, by 2030, Guyanese is going to be the richest citizens in the world. People can't get jobs. Hundreds of young people graduated from the University of Guyana. They can't get jobs. The technical institutes, they can't get jobs. There's nothing. The only sort of jobs some of them, the young people are getting, is when they clean trenches. They go into Agricola, give them some little crumbs so that the little boys and girls can clean trenches. They go in Buxton, same thing, clean trenches. Take a little contract for clean a little trench. And some of them who take the little contract to clean, they say, money got mek. Well, of course I understand money got mek. Not like that. Certainly not like that. You know, the unemployment rate in Guyana is the highest. Irfan Ali jumped up, pomposet himself, and said he will create, the PPP will create 5,000 jobs. Where are those jobs? Where are those jobs? People selling dog food business, cat food, all sorts of things. People have to make ends meet on their own. The only set of jobs that PPP can say they've created is part-time jobs, where they give mostly to their friends and their cronies. And then the others who are not their friends and their cronies, they force those part-time workers to go and attend political functions, PPP functions. That is what is happening in Guyana. And come 2025, guys, it has got to stop. You're supposed to be the richest by 2030. And Andrea D., you have a point. They're going around the world and they're borrowing money. They're begging. Irfan Ali is a beggar. Jack Day is a flatfoot hustler, a scamp, and a conniving crook. They go around the world and they thief money. They beg for money as though they're going back to do something. You know how much hundreds of millions or billions of dollars they've already spent on GPL? What has happened to GPL? Every single time that ship, that next GPL ship that they get, the second GPL ship, give it less than a week. Less than a week, y'all gonna hear. It is gonna malfunction because it's another fraudulent scheme by the PPP regime. Every single thing these vagabonds touch, it turns the opposite of the Midas touch. From the Skeldon Sugar Factory, from the Amila Falls project, from that cable that cable that Jack Day was running from the Brazil border, that he damaged the entire Linden Soestdijk Highway, the fiber optic cable that cost taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. Nothing came out of that. Nothing came out of Amila Falls project. Nothing came out of the Skeldon Sugar Factory. Nothing came out of the one laptop per family. Hundreds of millions of dollars. $8 million US given to their friends or cronies just to repair those laptops. How many laptops did they repair? And look who they put it in the hands of. Kwame McCoy, accused of soliciting sex from an underage schoolboy, got deported from a small island for filthy things. Some said it was prostitution or whatever. Got convicted in Guyana. And these are the vagabonds who are part of the regime? Come on, guys. You can do better. You can do better. Guyana deserves better. And come 2025, Guyana will get better. Take a listen to this before we go. Someone said to me that Jagdeo, at his so-called press conference, said that it was the PNC that wanted to give away a piece of Guyana to Venezuela. Lies, lies, lies. Since I was a little boy over 100 and something years ago on the quarantine, we have been hearing under the PNC regime, under President Lyndon Bob Sampson Burnham, that Venezuela wanted a piece of Guyana. And Burnham and the PNC, I can say this, they would never give up a piece of Guyana. They never did then. They never did on the Burnham. They never did on the Hoyt. They never did on the Granger. But Jack Day wanted to give up a piece of Guyana. Yet this vagabond continues to deny that that is what he wanted to do and that it was the PNC. No, we ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up no river. We ain't giving up no whatever that belonged to us. Not one cress. Not one crass. We should have given up this grass. Jack Dale and Irfan, give up those grass. But not one grass, not a blade of grass. But yet Jack Dale wanted to strike a secret deal with Venezuela. He wanted to strike a secret deal with Hugo Chavez, now dead. He wanted that secret deal, but he didn't want you guys to know that. But this is what he said, and as he continues to deny it, this is what he said. We can't hear anything that Boredom did or PNC did or whatever. So he can come with that sort of fabrication, come with that sort of, propaganda. But this is what Jack Dale said. He should have been charged with treason. He should have been in Camp Street in the dungeon. He couldn't make it one night in the dungeon, much less 5+ years in solitary confinement. He couldn't last one night in solitary confinement. His wigs and his lipsticks will melt. Then again, he probably would have loved it because the lipstick and the wigs would have come in very handy. And when I say very handy, you guys know exactly what I mean by very, very handy. Oh, stop it. You guys are something else. But getting back to Venezuela, this is what he said. He wanted to give up a piece of Guyana. He wanted to give away a piece of Guyana, as though Guyana belongs to him. The only thing that belongs to him probably is Kwame. Something about that stuff that didn't come over too right, but you guys will pick up the cathedral meaning of that. But this is what this vagabond said. He was prepared to give away a piece of Guyana. He should have been charged with treason, dumped in the Camp Street prison or Lusignan, dumped there. We're live. We're still live, right? But this is what he said, guys.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
For a moment, it sung as though he said give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. But we're live on TV. There's certain things I can't say. But this guy feel like he's giving away to Venezuela. He can do that. Sorry, I was about to say Bam Bam Ali, but I sneezed. Bam. Right? Let him give that away. Probably do it all the time. Let him give whatever that he has to give away, his personal self, whatever. Let him give that away. But you can't promise to give away a piece of Guyana to Venezuela. He should have been charged with treason. A real treason charge. Not a fictitious treason charge. Good night to Ramjit and Kemraj if he's watching. Not a fictitious treason charge, a real treason charge for this year. The same statement here.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime.
It sounds as though he's saying, give Jack Dale, let's give Jack Dale a piece for let we see, right? To Maduro. Give him away. These crooks.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Oh, Su? Su? Here's the bluff again. Here is the bluff. Jack Dale is a big bluff. As we close off tonight's program, Jack Dale is a big bluff. Just like when you're playing dominoes, there's always a bluff. Jack Dale is that.
Put it, man. Put it. Yes, sir, you play too. Put it, yes, sir. Come the man. Come now, stop irritating me, man. You have to play yes, sir. You don't play yes, sir. So put it, yes, sir, man. Let me win. Hey, man. Stop up, the man. Come the spoil, man. You can't help you, man. God.
Put it, no man, put it. Cathedral guy. Anyways, hey, guess what? My name is Mark Benshap. Christ Church School, 10 months behind, almost $1 billion. Shame on Priya Manikchan. Shame on Priya Manikchan. Shame on you, Priya. Bamia Primary School, still not up and running. Same Jack Dale at his so-called press conference, boasted and bragged. Oh, another thing before I go. He said that the coalition declared victory. This nincompoop, Jack Dale, should understand, throughout the world, political parties declare victory. All political parties, majority of the political parties, the results don't yet have to be in. They declare victory. It happens. So even if the coalition and Granger, they declared victory and start saying that what's going to happen for the next 5 years, there's nothing wrong with that. What is so wrong with that? But this dunce, this Kunumunu Barajak deal, look, let me remind him of what Mike Pompeo said even after the elections were declared and Biden had won the elections. Listen, remind him of what Pompeo said.
Hi.
Is the State Department currently preparing to engage with the Biden transition team? And if not, at what point does a delay hamper a smooth transition or pose a risk to national security?
There will be a smooth transition to a second Trump administration. Right? We're ready. The world is watching.
Biden won the elections. Mike Pompeo, who doesn't have a cabinet position, has said for the world to hear that there will be a second Trump administration come January 20th. Back then, even though Biden won the elections, the coalition did nothing close to that. And so after the elections in March of 2020, the coalitions did what any other political parties, whether incumbent or in opposition, would have done. So every single thing, this Paku picking on, every single thing, Jack Dale is a political Paku. He's a political dunce. He's an economic dunce. He is just a total failure and a parasite on the backs of the people of Guyana. Come 2025, do not fall for his bluff. He's a big bluff. My name is Mark Benshap. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, whatever you do, as you prepare to usher in the new year, 2025. It's got to be a good year. It's got to be a better year than 2024. And it's got to be a year for action. It's got to be a year for all of you to be proactive. Put on your gears and ready for that social media battle. They can't win us. They didn't win us in 2020. They didn't win us in 2021. They didn't win us in 2022. They didn't win us in 2023. They didn't win us in 2024. And so help me God, we will destroy them. Social media-wise speaking, we will destroy them in 2025. Jack Dale is a bluff, just like that domino player. He is a bluff. Jack Dale, you are a bluff, a pussycat. Guys, I'm out of here. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Well, Monday, same place, same time. I'm not sure if Wayne Caesar is going to be on tomorrow. He's out on vacation. He's away somewhere. It's up to him to tell you guys where he is. Good night to the folks in Plaisance. Oops, did I say that? Good night to all Guyanese. God bless you all. Jack Dale, you are a bluff.
Put it, the man. Put it. Yes, sir, you pay to. Put it, yes, sir. Come, the man. Come now, stop irritating me, man. You have to play, yes, sir. You don't have to play, sir. So put it, yes, sir, the man, make me win. Say, man, jump up, the man. Come to spawn, man. You can't help you, man.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Zhirong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship, nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata, Francis C. Vietnam, and since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my ex next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.